Hello everyone. So today I'm going to explain grammar lesson, past perfect. Okay, we have past perfect. We have it in the unit number 3, Ticket to English, and unit number 4, Gateway to English. Okay, so past perfect is one of the most important tenses this year. Why? Because you are going to use it in a lot of lessons. Okay, you have to use it in the reported speech, in conditional type 3, in future perfect, etc. So try to pay attention, try to master the rules, okay, of past perfects, how we gonna form the past perfects, and what are the uses of past perfect. Okay, it's so easy, to understand. Okay, but why? But it's very important. Okay, it's very important, and you have to focus on this this year. Okay, so we're gonna start. We have past perfect. Okay, we're gonna cover the use. Okay, when and where we're gonna use this tense, and the form plus the practical exercises. Okay, so I will give you an exercise. You're gonna do it, and I'm going to leave the answers on the description of this video, or the comment, or in comment to this video. Okay, so we're gonna start by the use of past perfect. Okay, so here we have the use. The use of past perfect tense expresses actions in the past before another action in the past. Okay, it means that this is the past in the past. What does it mean this? So here we can use the past perfect if you want to order actions in the past. Or we are going to say some actions happen before another action in the past, etc. Okay, or some actions happen before another action in the past. Okay, means here you are ordering some actions in the past. For example, yesterday I had watched a movie before I went to bed. Okay, so I had watched a movie before I went to bed. What is the first action that I did? I watched a movie. Okay, then I went to bed. Okay, so which means that here I put the past action before another action in the past. For example, here, okay, we have the train left at 9 a.m. We arrived at 15 past 9 a.m. exact. Okay, so when we arrived, the train had left. Okay, when we arrived, the train had left. Why? Because the train left at 9 a.m. and we arrived at 15 past 9, means that when we arrived, the train had left. Okay, so the train had left. So you can say the train had left when we arrived. Okay, so the train had left when we arrived. Okay, it means that we didn't catch the train. So we find that the train already had left, etc. Why? Because we came late. Okay, so the train left at 9 a.m. We arrived at 15 past 9. Okay, when we arrived, the train had left. Okay, so here we're gonna move. Okay, so we have also another use of past perfect. So we use the first use we use if you want to express actions happen before another action in the past, or we can use it also in a reported speech. Okay, actually we can use the reported speech. You can use it in conditional type 3. We can use this in future perfects, etc. So I'm going to highlight these courses or these tenses in next videos. Okay, so I'm going to explain report speech and conditional type 3 or impossible condition, and the future perfects. Okay, so we have past perfects in report speech. Okay, so we often use the past perfects in the report speech after verbs like said, told, asked, thought, and wondered. Okay, so look at these examples. Okay, so for example, look at these examples. We have he told us that the train had left. He told us that the train had left. I thought I had met her before, but I was wrong. Okay, he explained that he had closed the window because of the rain. Okay, I wondered if I had been there before. I asked them why they had not finished. Okay, so here we can use past perfect. So you know that report speech contain, we have direct and indirect speech. Okay, so direct and indirect speech. When we have some tenses like simple past or like present perfect or like past perfect indirect speech, so in indirect speech we're gonna put the past perfect extension. Okay, so we're gonna cover this, cover this lesson next sessions, okay, or next videos. Okay, we are going to focus on report speech, and then we are going to go back to this example. Past perfect and report speech means that when we have some tense like present perfect or simple past or past perfect in direct speech, we are going to transform it in the we are going to in direct we're gonna put the past perfect. Okay, so here we're gonna move to the time expressions. Time expressions used with the past perfect. Okay, we have sometimes expressions that we can use it with the past perfect, like never, like when, already, by the time, just, before, and after. We have never, when, already, by the time, just, before, and after. Here we have in this time expressions. So sometimes expressions that we have, we're gonna use them just with simple past, and some expressions we are going to use them with past perfects. Okay, so my brother had gone to school before I woke up. My brother had gone to school before I woke up. So what do you notice here? So the first action that had gone to school, my brother had gone to school. Okay, before I woke up. I woke up here in the simple past. Means that we are talking about past perfect. The first action that I'm going to put, it will be with past perfect. Then the second action that it can first, that it can then. Second, we're gonna put it in simple past. Okay. So we have my brother had gone to school. This is the first action. Means that I'm going to put it in past perfect. Before I woke up means that the second action I'm going to put it in simple past. Okay. After I had revised my lesson, I watched a film. After I had revised my lessons, I watched a film. Okay, means that I already I already revised my lessons before watching the film. Okay, which means that the first action is the revising my lesson. Okay, revising my lesson. Okay, then I watched a film extension. After I had revised my lesson, I watched a film. Then I had never seen such a film before. Okay, I had never seen such a film before. Here we are talking here about our experiences, etc. Mariam had just left her home when the car hit her. Okay, so we have Mariam had just left her home when the car hit her. Okay, by the time Ali finished his study, he had been in Rabat for 8 years. Okay, by the time Ali finished his study, he had been in Rabat for 8 years. He had already eaten when I got home. He had already eaten when I got home. The most important here is to know what are the time expressions that we have to use with the past perfects. Okay, we're gonna cover it together. So in this chart here, so we have some time expressions, okay, like what are the time expressions that we're going to use with past perfect, and the time expression that you have to use with simple past. For example, when we are talking about past perfect, you can we can use time expression like never, like already, like just, like after. Means that when we find usually when we find this time expression, it must follow by past perfect. Okay, and also we have simple past. Simple past is followed by this time expression like when, like by the time, like before, etc. So it's followed by this expression when, by the time, and before. This is the difference between time expression that we're gonna use with the past perfect and the time expression that we're gonna use with simple past. Okay, so we're gonna move right now to some exercises. Okay, so here we have I made this exercise. So I found it just in the internet. Okay, so here in this exercise, okay, she, okay, in Sweden before she went to learner. It means that the thing that we cover, either the rules, etc. You have you have to put it here. Okay, so and don't forget we can use past perfect. Okay, the rule past perfect is had plus the past participle of the verb. Had plus the past participle of the verb. We have she in Sweden before she went to Norway. You can see she had lived in Sweden before she went to Norway. Okay, so after, okay, the conflicts, Henry came in the into came in. Okay, and we have the verb to eat. Okay, is it clear? So you're gonna have this exercise. But I will write for you the answers in description or the on comments of the on this in the video. Plus I'm going to write for you the rule of the past perfect. Okay, had plus the past participle of the verb. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you understand a little bit the past perfect. So try to revise very well because it's really important this year. It's really important because you are going to use it in many tenses, etc. Okay, thank you so much. So, thanks.